I'm Mike Manalo from the Processing Severance podcast. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Wonderful now that I get to talk to you. I have to say, even before Severance, I've been a fan of yours since Sierra in Dollhouse. Your versatility and your ability to just blend into every single performance, in just from your history, has really led up to this moment, I think, which Severance is. I think you got an Emmy coming your way. I'm just going to be honest right now. I don't want to jinx anything, but I think you do, especially for Chikai Bardo. So thank you for letting me go.
No, you can gush it, and I feel great. Thank you.
Given these amazing performances that you've put all throughout your filmography, how did all of that kind of culminate and prepare you to play Gemma, especially in this season?
I think, all the work I've done just helped me in terms of giving me the endurance to really push myself in this episode. Jessica, um, who directed Seven, was like, you're going to have to like really have a lot of like endurance, like in this episode. Like, we're going to be moving really fast, like when we're in the house with the flashbacks, because we've got like to capture that light, because she was very she really wanted to capture the sunlight and the time of day. And so it was like, we're going to be going, and I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Like, I've been preparing for this my whole life, my whole career. Um, it 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 was like, I was so grateful that I got this show at a time like this, when I've had so much more experience. Like, I think if you'd given me this opportunity, 10 years ago, I don't think I would be ready. But also, like, just such an incredibly supportive cast and crew on this show. Like, there are no bad eggs on this show. Everyone's a good egg. I don't know if you say that in America, but that's a good thing.
I love that. And honestly, I mean, not just in Chikai Bardo, but the rest of, the season and even the first season, it speaks volumes to your versatility and how, as a talent, you've just been out there this entire time. Now it just culminates here. So I'm very, very proud of you and grateful for this performance as Gemma. One of the things that I think kills me as a Severance fan, the secrets and what's happening next and the questions. And I have to ask, I mean, when you're preparing for these seasons, especially this one where we get to learn so much about Gemma and Mark, were these secrets that you knew about already in season one? And how far in advance did they kind of give you these scripts that you sort of know the answers to where your characters are going?
I didn't know. I basically knew what you knew at the end of season one, after watching it. In terms of like the secrecy, like, I really feel like I'm in good hands. I feel like Dan tells me everything I need to know in order to do my performance. And then, anything I don't need to know, we don't really like get into too much. Like, I really respect his process, and sometimes I like to live in the ambiguity of it. But I think with Severance, we just have to we have to lean into the not knowing, and just instead just get excited about all the different possibilities, and where, if we get to where they take it.
The thing that I love about that is when we're mind blown, that's when you're mind blown too. I
Yeah,
mean, like,
exactly.
I every episode that comes along, I'm like, I can't believe what just happened. Holy crap. Yeah, it's amazing, and I kind of love that.
It does
Um,
pull you in. It keeps your attention, like,
yeah.
nothing else I've seen recently. It just, like, you can't stop
Yeah.
watching, and it engages you. Like, so many people now, I mean, they've done research, like, will often like scroll on their phone while they're watching a show. And what's amazing is like I don't think you can do that with this show. Otherwise, you won't know what's going on.
No, it's almost impossible to, but that's the fun of it, I think. That's the puzzle that you're putting together. Every piece matters so much and you're figuring it out and coming up with theories. It's made our podcast phenomenally fun to do because of that, honestly. How strict is Apple when it comes to the secrecy of it? Are they do they send Tremel outside your house to watch you and monitor you as you're reading the scripts or anything like that? I mean, is it like Lumen at all?
No, they're amazing. Obviously, they do take the spoilers seriously for the fans, because I think Severance fans don't want spoilers. They actually like waiting and the anticipation. That's why I love the releasing stuff once a week, because it gives people time to create these communities where they talk about the show and they can bond over something, and then the next episode comes out and then that they're like, whoa, and then they go and talk about that. I think that weekly dropping an episode a week is something that I think more and more people are embracing now, because of that, the experience that the viewers get to have, and so yeah, the secrecy is really just to protect the fans, because Severance fans take their spoilers seriously. I love it when people are like, can everyone stop talking because I haven't seen the episode yet and I don't want it to be ruined.
To be part of a show like that where everyone is just on pins and needles at the water cooler and they have to really silence themselves in fear of spoiling something huge. That's amazing, honestly. It's got to be amazing.
Yeah,
um
no, it's such a gift.
Absolutely. This next question's coming from my colleague and one of our hosts on the podcast, Shadan. There were so many flashes of you throughout the season, and she's wondering how that was all filmed. Did you know how fragmented the performance was going to be, in terms of you having to play all these multiple kinds of personalities? And how did that play into the decisions that you made as an actress?
Yeah, I once we started season two, like I noticed, like, oh, I'm not in this episode, and I'm not in that one. And then anyway, Dan called me, and he was like, oh, like, so we're doing this episode that is just like Gemma. But I did have to go in a couple of times to do some serving face is what everyone calls it. And some of them were quite technical because we weren't using visual effects. Like Ben really wanted to do it practically. So like, for example, the tent scene in the ORTBO episode where they're in the tent and he has like a flash of Gemma. So Britt was in the sleeping bag, and then she kind of like stayed in a position, and then I had to get into the sleeping bag, and then I had a monitor, and then I would have to, so she established the position, and then I had to go in and like it was kind of like a double exposed thing, so I would see her face but my face floating over it, and I'd have to move it like exactly to like fit like right in that little thing, so it was like seamless. And that took a while. It was very, very technical. I just remember lying there for like hours being like, don't move, don't move. It's perfect. It's perfect. Press record.
Oh my gosh, it's like the world's most complex Instagram reel. You're trying to get in
I know.
like in the
You
position.
know what I really regret? Like the one thing I regret about um, being on the show is I didn't take more like behind the scenes photos, because it's so like the level of focus that I would have at work was so intense that I barely have like any photographs of the scale of some of the sets, or even the amazing crew that I got to work with. And yeah, I have like 3 behind the scenes photos. It's so depressing.
It's totally okay, as long as we get to see you shine on screen every season. Dichen, thank you so much for this. This was absolutely a gift, for me, for all Severance fans, and I can't wait for people to see this and see the season finale. Also, Please tell Dan no more 3 year wait. We need season 3 as soon as possible.
I don't know if I'm important enough for anyone to listen to me, but I'll pass it on.
Thank you. And you are that important, but
Oh,
we appreciate everything. Honestly, congratulations and looking forward to your Emmy nomination.
oh my gosh, thank you. You're the best. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me today.
You too. Thank you.